Long ago, in a quiet corner of California, an old woman lived on a small farm, surrounded by dry fields and an endless sky. She had spent her entire life working alongside her husband, waking before the sun, nurturing the land, and building a life filled with patience and love. In those days, the farm was alive. Golden cornfields waved in the wind. The yard was filled with the sounds of animals, and laughter echoed within the house. But time is unforgiving. After her husband passed away, silence took the place of joy. Her body grew weak. Her knees ached with every step, and even the simplest chores became a painful struggle. Her daughter and son-in-law lived with her, but they held no gratitude in their hearts. The daughter had grown sharp and impatient, her voice often laced with anger. The son-in-law was lazy, sleeping for long hours while the land slowly withered away. Still, the old woman tried to help, pushing herself far beyond her strength. One cold night, she heard whispers through the thin walls. "If we continue like this, we will starve," her son-in-law murmured. Her daughter replied without a trace of emotion, "Mother must leave. This house belongs to us now." The next morning, harsh noises shattered the silence. When the old woman stepped outside, her breath caught in her chest. Her clothes, her blankets, her worn-out shoes all scattered across the dirt like trash. "Mother, you must leave," her daughter said, her eyes cold and distant. "This is my home," the old woman whispered, her hands trembling. The door slammed shut. She sat on the wooden steps as the sun slowly sank behind the fields, her tears soaking into the dust beneath her. What they didn't know was this. For many years, she and her husband had saved small amounts of money, hiding it carefully in a stone box near the old corral. That night, under the cover of darkness, she retrieved her savings and walked away from the life she had once known. In the next village, warm lights glowed from farmhouse windows. A kind family recognized her and welcomed her inside, offering hot tea, bread, and a quiet place to rest. The following morning, she asked a simple question. "Is there any land for sale?" There was. With her savings and the help of good neighbors, she built a strong wooden house. She planted corn, raised chickens, and watched as life returned to the land. Peace slowly found its way back into her heart. A young boy from a neighboring farm often came to help her with the heavy work. He spoke to her with respect, worked honestly, and never asked for anything in return. While she grew stronger, her daughter and son-in-law sank deeper into poverty. They refused to work. Their house crumbled. Weeds swallowed their yard, and their days were filled with anger. One afternoon, desperate for work, the son-in-law traveled far from home. He arrived at a beautiful, thriving farm and knocked on the door. The old woman stood before him. Shock drained the color from his face. Hungry and ashamed, he begged her for work. She agreed, speaking calmly, but she set one condition. "You must never tell my daughter that this farm is mine," he promised. He worked hard from sunrise to sunset. She treated him fairly and asked him only one question each day. "How is my daughter?" One morning, suspicion led the daughter to follow him. She entered the farm and saw the rich land, the strong house, and her mother. Fury consumed her. "When you finish shouting, you can speak to me," the old woman said softly. The daughter demanded money, land, and forgiveness, but showed no regret. The old woman gave her only a few coins and closed the door with steady hands. The couple quickly wasted the money and sold their old, ruined home. They believed that if they were patient, the farm would one day be theirs. But the old woman had already chosen her legacy. She wrote her will. "My farm shall belong to the boy who helped me when I was alone. My daughter shall receive nothing." When the old woman passed away, the village buried her with honor. The truth was revealed. Ashamed and empty-handed, the couple left the village forever. So remember this story. Even when others try to strip you of your dignity, you have the power to rebuild. Kindness creates roots that can hold you steady. Greed destroys the very foundations you stand on. Choose courage. Choose self-respect. And always, choose your own path forward. Thanks for watching.